It's a lovely evening out there. Not that you'd know. My men say you've gone on strike. Not eating, not leaving your cabin. It's very noble of you, my lady. I admire your determination, but you're really only punishing yourself. Here, have an orange. Yeah, we did steal that from your city. We stole a lot more than that too. In fact, we're having beef for dinner, if you'd care to join the rest of us. No? Listen, I wasn't lying when you boarded this ship and I said you would be taken care of. My word is law. My men won't bother you. But there's a great deal of difference between leaving you alone and actually accepting you. If you want to act like a priss, you're going to have no friends on this ship. Oh, no. I hate to break it to you, my lady, but I think you will be here a while. And where else do you have to go? Yeah, we did pillage every last coin from your precious little city. We're practically bathing in gold and wine. But did you see me lift a finger against anyone? No. Did you see any of my men so much as touch a hair on anyone's head? No. I didn't think so. Now, my lady, let's do a thought experiment. Think really hard. Who was there beating people and setting houses on fire? Wasn't it the Royal Navy? I saw plenty of silver uniforms crawling all over that city with rifles and bayonets. I saw plenty of heads roll at their authorized, official, lawful hands. We're just the scavengers, following the bigger predator around. We pick up the scraps. So don't make my crew out to be the villains when we're the reason you're not burning with the rest of them. Look, you're clearly not used to this sort of life. You are a lady, after all. Not to mention you just watched your home go up in smoke. I understand the whole locking yourself away act. I really do. But like I said, you're only making yourself more miserable. My first mate is the sentimental sort, and while he couldn't save everyone from the Navy, he could at least throw you over his shoulder and bring you on board. His heart was in the right place, and you were the closest person at hand. No, you won't have to worry about advances from him. Why? You're not exactly his type. Gods, it's like you people live in a different world. I'll speak clearly. He isn't exactly into women, so never fear. Most of the men here aren't, hence the whole turning to piracy thing. What about me? My lady, I'm the captain. Join the dots for yourself. You seem smart enough, despite the sulking. Why that look on your face? That look. Just there, the one you tried to hide. Do we have more in common than you first thought, my lady? Well, don't turn shy now. Well, if you're insisting on staying in this cabin, then I can think of a few activities we could partake in. Why would I joke? You're not in society anymore, milady. There are different rules out here. You can love whoever you want. Oh, now you've hurt my feelings. Could never love a pirate. You didn't deny being able to love a woman, though. Oh, you're engaged. Forgive me. Yes, an engagement to a good man is a surefire way to stamp out any unnatural feelings in a young woman. Where was your fiancé when the Navy attacked, by the way? Well, he's lucky indeed. What a time for a business trip to our dear neighbours across the sea. No, I am crude, I know. It's the standard of humour around here. In case you'd forgotten, my lady, you're on a pirate ship. We're a lowbrow sort. Is that so? If I disgust you so much, why can't you take your eyes off of me? But you're right. I'm imposing. Besides, I'm hungry and want dinner. I'll leave you be. Have the orange, at least. Oh. Good evening. Look who's emerged. Come and get some fresh air, my lady. I'm sure the air was getting stale in that cabin of yours. You probably weren't expecting anyone to be on deck this late at night. I'm sorry to ruin your privacy, but sleep and I have never been good friends. I was actually going to speak to you tomorrow, or today, whichever side of midnight we're on. I was rather crass during our conversation the other day. Well, you've lost everything. You saw your entire city go up in smoke, violence in the streets, us lot stealing anything that wasn't nailed down, then my first mate rescuing you, rather against your will. Don't worry, I've smacked him up the head quite hard indeed. But the last thing you need is someone like me getting in your face and poking fun. So, I apologise. Well, that's kind of you. A lady through and through. Don't tell any of the men. They'll think I have a heart after all. You couldn't sleep either. Yes, the rocking of the ship can take a while to get used to. Not to mention the surprising amount of noise out in the middle of the ocean. But you've been here less than a week. It will take some time to get used to. Not that you're trapped here forever. My lady, I don't want you to think you're a prisoner. Yeah, when I said you had nowhere else to go... No, it doesn't matter if it's the truth. Like I said, it was crass. It's been a long time since I've interacted with polite society. It's obviously far colder than you're used to as well. You're shaking like a leaf in a tree. Here. Just take the bloody coat. You're welcome. Oh, so no more hiding away from now on? You really don't have to join us if you don't want to. None of them hate you. Just show up to breakfast in the morning, say hello. They're not going to give you the cold shoulder because you hid for your first few days. My men are good men. Rough around the edges, certainly, but good. Fair warning though, there will most certainly be inappropriate jokes and slander. Prepare to blush. Is that so? And what would make you blush? Well, just me asking that was enough to turn your cheeks pink. My lady, I don't think you can handle our breakfast conversations at this rate. Seems that I'm being the inappropriate one again. Forgive me. No, you shouldn't have to get used to it. The Navy shouldn't have done what they did. The city is gone. And why? Probably because some rich diplomat didn't give another rich diplomat their cut of stolen spoils. And now a city is gone. Smoke and empty houses. Did you have family there? Well, I'm glad your sister and her husband were out of town. That's a stroke of luck at least. This is my family, my lady. The only one that matters, anyway. They're alive, as far as I know. Just not worth the breath to talk about them. Don't you be sorry. You've got nothing to be sorry for. I'm surprised you're even talking to me, let alone being so pleasant. I'm interesting. I mean, I'm a socially inept pirate captain who doesn't fit with what's expected of a woman. Let's put it like that. Yes, I suppose I was more bold about it in our last conversation, and we can both agree it was rude and ungentlemanly of me so. Well, no, I don't suppose I am a gentleman. You are interesting as well, my lady. Well, you don't appear to hold grudges, for one, but my first mate will agree that you can certainly throw a punch. He's got a mighty fine split lip, by the way. You're clearly very well educated and from a family of high standing, but you're worried the men won't like you when you come to breakfast tomorrow. You care about the opinion of my ragtag collection of criminal pirates. And I dare say that this week has been quite hard for you, but you're standing here sleep deprived in a coat that's too big for you when you still look... I was going to say you look divine. But forgive me, I forgot you're engaged to a man. So we can always figure out a way to get you two lovebirds reunited. We'll stop off at an island somewhere. We'll find another ship to rendezvous with. Is that so? Well, when your future husband goes away for business, the usual emotion isn't relief, but it was for you. No, my lady, you are not the only one. There are plenty of people like us out there. It's just, well, most of us have to hide, don't we? But I agree. It is nice to meet someone else. You don't have to hide, as long as you're on this ship. I know how exhausting it can be. No, you really are very interesting. And what were you thinking about? I think many people would love nothing more than an excuse to shed their old life and start anew. If you want to become a new person, or become the person you always were in secret, then I don't think anyone would hold that against you. You can be whoever you want. You trust your intuition. I usually trust mine, but shall I be honest? You make me nervous. If this is who you want to be, then I can hardly say no to you, can I? You don't have to worry about the men. The crew have been trying to find me a wife for years, trust me, but few women are keen to live the pirate's life on a ship. The only other option is at home, waiting for a ship to dock. Neither options are particularly appealing. If anything, they'll be too enthusiastic to know, so if it's alright, and if you're sure, could we perhaps just keep this between ourselves? For a little while, at least. You're beautiful. Have I mentioned that you're beautiful? I did indeed say you were divine. Your eyelids are drooping. You are tired, my lady. No, I'm not upset. Oh, maybe a little. Go back to bed and get some sleep. I'm sure. Keep the coat for tonight. It won't warm up until the sun rises. Oh. Hello. Are you alright? It's Just late. You had me worried. You can't sleep again? Well, of course you can come in. Oh, well, thank you. It's not much, but it's home. Thank you for returning my coat. It's still cold tonight, though. Are you sure you don't need it? All right. We shall have to find you one of your own. Do you want some wine? Never a short supply of that. Please, sit. As you wish, but you won't mind if I take a seat. I was impressed that you came to breakfast this morning. I really should stop underestimating you. No, the crew would have let you know if you weren't welcome, trust me. You talked and ate and made merry. You did a fabulous job. Who didn't like you? Oh, Marlon? No, that's just his face. No, a few years ago, he got hit with a bit of shrapnel and it kind of froze the muscles in his face. He always looks like that. Honestly, you could hand him a bottle of gin and a sack of gold and he'd still be scowling. He likes you. He likes you just fine. They all do. I'm glad you like them. I just hope that it isn't an act, my lady. I don't want you to pretend that you're happy here if you're not. Like I said, we can find a dock to drop you off at if that's what you wish. No, I'm not trying to get rid of you. I know it must sound that way. I'm an awkward person. Action suits me better. Words tend to get twisted up in my mouth. I always end up putting my foot in it. Well, that's good to hear. But like I said, if you're going to join this crew, then we will need to find you a coat. You still look very tired. Me? Oh, no, I don't sleep very much. Well, I can never seem to still my mind enough. Too many thoughts. They twirl around in there at all hours. I think about all sorts of things, I suppose. I've got a ship to run, a crew to take care of, a navy to outsmart, a lot of memories. You would help me? You would help with the running of a ship? Oh, that's very generous of you, but why? Why do I deserve your help? I like you too. I think you are very kind and brave. It's brave to insist on staying in a cabin on an unfamiliar ship for days on end. It's brave to come to breakfast and start conversations with men you don't know. It's brave to knock on my door in the middle of the night to return a coat. But you still don't know me very well, my lady. I could be a liar and a cheat, lulling you into a false sense of security. Well, I'm glad that you trust me. I don't know why you do, but I'm glad. I am curious. Was your only intention to return my coat? You could have done that any time. It didn't really need to wait until the middle of the night, did it? There you go, turning pink again. I'm teasing you again, I'm sorry. In my defense, though, you don't look much offended. It's almost as if you enjoy it. Come here. Are you sure you don't want to sit down, my lady? I am indeed in the only chair. But we could share. You'd just have to sit on my lap, wouldn't you? Too heavy? You're not too heavy. Is this alright? I've told you that you're beautiful, haven't I? Good. Your hands are so soft. Mine are rather rough. Oh, do you like rough hands? Well, that's good to know. You've never done anything like this. You don't have to, you know. There's no obligation. I'm not going to throw you overboard. And the whole walking the plank business is a tall tale. See, I knew you weren't just returning the coat. Can I touch you? It's a lovely dress, by the way. It's been very difficult to not stare at you the entire day. But I can stare now. Your neck is soft too. I can feel your heart beating under your skin. You can ask whatever you like. No, of course you can touch me back. And where would you like to touch, my lady? I've got arms and legs and a whole host of things in between. Oh. Well, I did say I need to stop underestimating you, didn't I? My lady, if you want to unbutton my shirt, I am not going to say no. I'll even sit back for you. Do you need some help? Oh, your fingers are shaking, that's why. It's not much of a grand reveal. I've got the figure of a plank of wood, but still, your face has gone bright red. And of course, you can leave your dress on. Just please don't get up from my lap. I think you're a little overstimulated. Are you alright? What are you looking at? What? Oh. Yes, there are a few scars. I kind of forgot they were there, honestly. No, it's fine. No, they don't hurt. Not anymore, really. This one got stabbed in a pub. I don't remember why, but the idiot basically missed, so it didn't go very deep. This one got hit with some shrapnel. It was the same time that Marlon had his poor face paralyzed, actually. There was wood flying everywhere. That one is from a long time ago. It's from a long time ago, my lady. Don't apologize. No, don't apologize. I'm not used to having people care. Not in this way, at least. Not this much. That's awfully sad, isn't it? If it's alright, I might put my shirt back on. It's bloody freezing. No, don't go. Please. Would you like to stay? Sleep with me tonight? I mean, not sleep with me. I meant just sleep with me in the bed. Asleep, because it's cold. I mentioned I don't always have a way with words, didn't I? Brilliant. Okay, sounds brilliant. Just being asleep together. Sleeping. Good. Good. See? It's warmer already. I'm sorry I got so awkward. I'm not used to questions. There are things I haven't talked about to anyone for a very, very long time. And thank you for staying. I like you very much as well. I hope you dream of pleasant things. Are you alright? Yeah, I did lock you in here, and I'd do it again. Oh, you can fight with a sword, can you? Fire a musket? No. So until then, if another ship attacks, you're getting locked in your cabin. I don't mean to be harsh, but I needed to know you were safe. And I needed everybody else on deck. Well, of course we won. But they gave it a good shot. They ended up sailing away with their tail between their legs, not to mention half their crew left behind in the water. They didn't bother trying to loot us. Not that we gave them much of a chance to. Are you sure you're all right? I'm sorry, I had to be the captain and nothing else, and I just shoved you in here. I'm sorry. Yes, I'll teach you to shoot a musket. I promise. And I'm sure Gregory would love to teach you how to use a sword. Yes, you did punch him in the face, but in your defense, he was technically kidnapping you, so I'd say you two are square. Besides, he's the first mate. He enjoys teaching people, making plans. I don't want you to get hurt. It's not exactly safe here. I don't know if you've noticed. Yes, I will protect you. Always. Even if it means locking you in a cabin and having you not be very happy with me. What? What's wrong? You've gone pale. What? Oh, me? Oh, yes, that's a bit of blood. Oh, that's quite a lot of blood, actually. Why do these things only hurt once you notice them? I don't need to lay down. Ow! Oh, right, bloody hell, woman. I don't know. There were bullets and blades everywhere. Something's hit me and I've not noticed it. Looks like a blade, I think. Hey! My lady. Oh, all right. I'll take my shirt off. This is nowhere near as fun as the last time you took it off. Oh, yep. That's quite a large gash. Where are you going? To get supplies? For what? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I could have just told Gregory that he was an idiot for saving her and we could have dropped her off at the nearest port, but no, she was so pretty and all that hair. No, you had to go flirt with her, didn't you? And, oh, guess what? She's also smart and brave and feisty, and now she's pushing you onto beds and running off to get medical equipment. Look, if you're going to rip off my shirt, you may as well take off my trousers while you're at it, my lady. Hi, Gregory. Yes, I am shirtless. You're welcome. She's gone to get supplies for the bleeding wound. Is there any chance at all that I can convince you I was joking? No, I didn't think so. Oh, everybody knows already. Well, that's fabulous. I feel so much better. Could you? Yeah, thank you. Goodbye, Gregory. Why am I like this? Why? Hello. I've just been informed by my first mate that apparently the whole crew is aware of our relationship. How is it obvious? I don't stare at you. Not that much. No, I'm not sulking. Ow! Ooh, that actually does hurt a little. Yep, fine. I'll lay still, I promise. Oh, how do you know how to do all this? Oh, healing is a woman's duty? Well, at least this duty is useful. I was told growing up I'd need to know embroidery and dancing. They're not so useful. I had a lot to learn when I ended up a pirate. I ran away when I was 15, I think. Joined the first ship that would take a girl. He was a hard captain, but a good captain. Worked as hard as I could till I got taken seriously. Now I have my own ship, my own men, and a reputation not to be messed with. No, my family were well off, actually. Not as well off as yours, but close. Why, what? And why I ran away? I don't want to talk about that. I can't talk about that. You did a good job. I'll have a new scar to add to my collection. Maybe one day I'll tell you how I got that other scar. Just not today. Okay? Well, I may as well stay here with you, if that's alright. Gregory has it under control. I'm sure the whole crew thinks I'm down here doing unspeakable things to you. My lady, why must you tease me so when I have a gash in my side and am incapable of doing unspeakable things to you? That's just not fair. Oh no, I could still do things to you. My hands are uninjured, and my mouth is working just fine. Oh, there's the blush. I love it when you blush. No, I do. It means I'm saying the right things. I'm sitting up, that's what I'm doing. Come here. Please come here. Sit with me. Now, how is it fair that I've had my shirt off this whole time? Even poor old Gregory was subjected to the sight, but here you are, fully clothed. No, well, you wouldn't want to lay down in this beautiful dress, would you, and get it all wrinkled? Please. No, my intentions are pure and for research. Yes, I am researching. I need a new corset, and it would be so helpful, my lady, if I saw yours. I know I don't wear one, so that's why I need to see yours. Also, what if you're larger than me? I need to know about all sorts of corsets. What do you mean, am I sure I don't mind? Mind what? What am I minding? That you're large? My lady, is that why you've been so shy with me? Hey, no, look at me. Look at me. First of all, I should be the one feeling self-conscious. I have been topless and dirty for a good while now, and I've embarrassed myself quite badly in front of my first mate, and frankly, I don't think he's ever going to let me live it down. So if anyone is going to be feeling like that, by all accounts, it should be me. But you're so beautiful. Who told you that you weren't? I don't... Who told you these horrible things? Huh? Your mother. Oh, wow. She sounds delightful. Has it occurred to you that I find you ravishing? Not despite your body, but because of it? Huh? Just a little fact about me. I have a certain type. I'm very predictable. And let me tell you, the feeling of having a woman next to you and she has rolls and ripples that you can bury yourself in. I've had women shaped like you, and I'd tighten up their corset just a little bit too tight, and their bust would start to spill over the top, and oh, I love it. I dream about it. And I bet under that dress you've got thighs I could really get a grip on. Legs I could sink my teeth into. Yeah. And besides, I'm all ankles and long limbs. I want someone soft in my bed. Have I convinced you? Only a little. Do you need some more convincing? How about now? Yeah? Well, if that's the case, my lady, then could you please take your dress off? The corset is lovely, by the way. This is a very educational experience for me, thank you. Can I lift up your shift? Just a little bit. Just an inch or two. That's all I ask. Damn it. Oh, sorry. And this, well, when this stupid thing is healed up, I'll just have to throw you into my bed and you won't leave till sunrise. No, I'm alright. Well, I'm not, but I'm maybe not the greatest at realizing how injured I am sometimes. can stay like this just for a while. Okay. Are you cold? Well, yes, of course I'm always worried about if you're cold. It's nearly winter. It gets cold. Oh, bloody hell. No, come here. Here. Now, you. In my arms. Thank you. If I'm going to be bedridden, then you're staying with me. And we're not leaving this bed for at least another hour. Oh, I don't care anymore. Let them talk. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. But it's funny, so I'm going to. I told you that you'd be wobbly back on land, but you didn't believe me. It doesn't take long for your legs to adjust to the sea. It takes a little while for them to adjust back to land, though. Don't worry, give it a little bit and you'll be walking like you're sober again. Either way, most people here are some level of intoxicated, so it won't matter much. Nothing major needed supplies-wise. We're pretty good, actually, but I've sent the boys off on their errands. And Gregory has his jobs too. Hey, no. Stay close to me. This is a pirate port. Milady, you're not in high society anymore. Especially not here. Yeah, I am being bossy. No, I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just... Oh, come on, in here. This is where I want it to go. I need a drink. And something other than ship food. And don't tell Cook I said that. He'll have me hanging by my thumbs. Through here. What would you like? Yeah, I can order for you. Oi! Hi! Oh, never, my friend, never. Bring me two of my usual. You never mind my companion. You have your own wife to stare at the last time I checked. Come on, this way. And the table I like is over here. It's always quieter in this corner, if you can call any corner in this place quiet. You two, move. Go on. Have a seat. Yeah, I kicked them out. It's my table. You're very good at not letting me wriggle out of a conversation. Your memory is downright supernatural. I'm not in a bad mood, I promise, but you've really only seen one side of me so far. My best side. And while we're here, that's not the side of me that comes out to play. And I worry that when you see these other parts of me, that you're not going to like me quite so much. Well, you say that, but we'll see. You don't get where I am without being a bastard. Besides, I've got to keep an eye on you, don't I? I told you I'd always protect you. Especially when you're looking as gorgeous as you are tonight. Oh, trust me, it's going to take a lot more than two women together to shock anyone here. This is just a normal Tuesday. And I told you I no longer care what people say. You're more important. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I did kick them out from my table. It's my table. Someone's got to teach the puppies who's boss. Yeah, I missed you too. We come here, I think, once every couple of months, sometimes more. Depends on what we need. It's more about giving the crew time to unwind, meet someone pretty to spend the night with. Speak of the devil, there are some of my boys. And immediately they're on the prowl. I love them, but bloody hell they're predictable. Well, now you're the one that looks glum. Are you alright? Yeah, it is pretty overwhelming when you've been stuck on a ship for weeks. A lot of people and noise. And wobbly legs. Is that all? What is it? Are you worried that we haven't spent the night together yet? Yeah, don't be worried. No one else here has my attention. Just you. Yeah, she is pretty. A lot of women here are pretty. None of them are you. Well, you've been shy, and I've been an awkward mess, as usual. And then I got injured, so it's not for a lack of wanting, just a lack of coordination. But the crew usually find themselves a bed on land when we pull up here. I usually do too, but why don't you and I go back to the ship later and we can have some proper privacy? We'll have it all to ourselves. We won't have to keep quiet. Oh, I am certain I can coax a few sounds from you. You're underestimating my talents. Oh, is that a challenge? Yeah, I told you it was good food. Bet you've never been in a place like this before. Who wouldn't have let you come here? Oh, your fiancé. I forgot about him. You haven't told me much about him. He sounds like no fun at all if he wouldn't want to bring you here. A man of the law, like an officer? Oh, government. A very important gentleman, I'm sure. No, I'm not. I didn't mean it to sound that way. Keep walking. Does it look like we want a conversation, little boy? Sorry. I told you I had to be on alert. Fools everywhere. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean that to sound like I was attacking you. He just sounds... And I think I care about you more than I'm willing to admit. Oh, really? Even when I'm cantankerous and mean? You're too good for me. You are. You're certainly too good for your fiancé. Oh, I would absolutely fight him. Could the poor thing even use a sword, though? I suppose I could tie one hand behind my back to make it fair for him. I would. I'd fight for your hand any day. I'll prove it to you right now. Fine. I won't start a brawl. How else can I prove my devotion, though, milady? Perhaps later I'll just have to get on my knees for you. Oh, Gregory's found us. Oh, I don't like the expression on his face. Something's up. What is it? Alright, I saw some of the others in here. Get everyone back. You and I, my lady, are gonna wait a minute, and then we're going back to the ship. No idea, but Gregory notices things. People think he's stupid, so they let things slip around him. If he says we shouldn't spend the night in port, then I trust him. Come on. Arm through mine. I won't be losing track of you. Thank you very much. I'm off. Yes, so soon. Sir, have you seen what's on my arm right now? I have better things to be doing. Yeah, you wish. Tell your wife I said hi. The others will make their way back as soon as they can. Gregory has a knack for finding them in their various states of undress. Meanwhile, you and I are going to get to the ship, and I can keep an eye on things from there. He'll tell me later, but this is why he's my first mate. He doesn't cry wolf for no reason. If he says leave, we're leaving. Just gotta strike that balance of not looking like our whole crew is rushing off at once. Are you okay? Don't worry, this is how we avoid most scrapes. Because we get out before anything even happens. Everything's fine. Oh, are you disappointed that we won't have the ship to ourselves? Is that it, my lady? No, it is disappointing, I agree. So, later, after we've got everyone on board and we've set sail, when you're in my bed and I'm undressing you, piece by piece, you'll just have to keep quiet. It's going to be difficult, but I believe you're up to the task. No, it will be difficult indeed. I may even have to clamp my hand over your mouth. You want to bet? Alright. Challenge accepted. Hi, there you are. We've been looking for you. Why does my face look foreboding? Yeah, well, I was talking to Gregory about what he heard last night that made him get us all back on the ship and set sail. Well, define bad. I'm actually not even really sure how bad it is yet. Well, because it actually has something to do with you. You're not in trouble, milady. Okay, but now I'm curious, what could you have possibly done to think you're in trouble? Yeah, exactly, nothing. I mean, you weren't very well behaved last night, but that's different, I suppose. Yeah, I am stalling. Long story short, okay, Gregory kept hearing snippets and whispers about naval officers and spies in the port, and it was enough that he thought we should get on the move again, and I trust him, so that's the plan for now. But he was telling me what he had heard, and it lined up with some of the things you were telling me. Well, this fiancé of yours, You said he was a man of the law, a government man. How high up was he, precisely? Reasonably high. Is that all you know? I'm not interrogating you. My love, please. I don't enjoy being this serious, but there are some puzzle pieces we need to put together. Please sit with me. What I know. Let me backtrack a little. Between what Gregory heard, snippets you've told me, and whispers on the wind that we've collected, I think your fiancé is a lot higher up than he let on to you. He has some serious power, especially in the Navy. And as far as he's concerned, his future wife has been kidnapped and imprisoned by pirates against her will. And he wants you back. So he's using a lot of his resources to make sure that happens. Am I sure it's him? Well, you've never told me his name, yeah? Is it Lytton? Yeah, a lot of people are named Lytton, but does he wear a particular set of spectacles with gold rims? Yeah, we've had run-ins with him before. Most pirate crews have. He's not a fan of our less than lawful lifestyle. He's on the move with some powerful friends. He wants you back. So, well, you can't anonymously just disappear like we thought you could. People are looking for you, actively trying to get you back, and it will be dangerous. So, are you sure you want to be with me? I keep asking because you need to be sure that you're making the right decision. No, it's not an obvious answer. You could get killed for staying with me. Of course I want you here. Why would you think I don't? I'm not pushing you away. I'm trying to make sure you understand the risks. No, I don't think you're stupid, and yes, I do trust you, but you have lived such a different life up until now, and I don't think you're aware of all the consequences. Have you seen how they punish people for piracy? Have you seen how they punish women for piracy? And I might lose you either way, and at least if you went back, you would be alive instead of staying here and maybe... Of course I care what you want. But what if what you want gets you killed? Because I don't want you to die for me. That's not romantic, that's stupid. Yes, I said I would fight for you, and I would. But you can't fight for me in the same way. It's different because I can fight. I can't teach you decades worth of sword and shooting skills in days or weeks. I want to protect you, but I don't know how to do that with Lytton and the entire Navy coming after us. Yes, I want to try, but sometimes you have to think ahead. Think of options. Don't look at me like that. Like you think I don't care about you. Have you seen someone being tortured? I do not want that to happen to you, so I am thinking through all possibilities, because that is what a good captain does, and despite everything, I am a good captain. I never said I would be a good wife. I said to you yesterday that you don't get to where I am in life without being a bastard. Well, here we are. This is what me being a bastard looks like. It's making hard decisions. I could have not told you what was going on. I could have let us sail on and spun you some story of why we had to always be on the move. But we didn't want secrets between us. I'm sorry. What secrets have I kept from you? That's different. It is. Because you don't need to know where I got that scar. It has nothing to do with you. It affects nothing between us, so there is no point in telling you. Because I left that behind. I won't go back over those memories again. Never again. So you have your information, you have your options. An entire navy is coming to steal you back, and you can make your own choices. So what do you want to do? Why do you still want to stay with me? I love you too, but I'll respect your choice, but I still think you're being an idiot. Because I'm not a good person, and you deserve so much better. How is this a milestone? Oh, first fight. Should we celebrate? Of course I want a hug. Come here. What a ridiculous question. I'm sorry. I've told you before, I'm not used to people caring. And I'm not used to caring for people. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I know you just want to know more about me, about why I am the way I am, but I've locked that away deep down, and I don't even know if I can unlock it. And if I did, I don't know what would happen. No, don't apologise. Don't apologise. Are we friends again? Good. That's good. Yes, I did say I would teach you to fire a musket, didn't I? Well, tomorrow we'll go out on deck and I'll give you a lesson. We will, I promise. You've never seen me so quiet. Well, I guess I'm just busy swallowing my pride. No, I know. All I want to do is keep asking you, are you sure, are you sure, are you sure? But that's not trusting you, is it? You want to fight as well? That is true. He can't just swoop in and take you back against your will, can he? That's just kidnapping under a different name, so are you going to show him who's boss? So, you're officially a pirate. How does it feel? Good. It suits you. So, lesson number 1 in how to fight should we get into questionable circumstances. So, I know I said I was going to teach you to use a musket, but no, it's not that I don't trust you, but I just don't trust you with a musket. I love you, but I'm an insufferable pessimist. I'm sorry. Also, I was actually thinking about it, and it's probably not the best weapon to start you off with. Well, it takes time to reload. It's going to take practice for you to aim. A lot of practice, actually. Oh no, it's going to take you a lot of practice, my lady, with all the love in the world. Yes, I do doubt your abilities. Because last night you fell up the stairs. Up them. It was actually quite impressive, but in the wrong sort of way. So we're going to start small. Well, I'm going to teach you to punch. That way, if you don't have a weapon, you can at least still do some damage. So, give me your hand. Look at you. Your hands are starting to toughen up. Okay, make a fist. Alright, put your thumb on the outside of your fist instead. That way you won't break your thumb when you hit something. There, that's better. So, the face is full of bone. Bone is hard, so you want to try and aim for the softest bits. Nose, ears, eyes. So, let me get behind you. Well, I mean any excuse. So, move your arm like this and swing. Good. That was good. No, I promise. My love, if I was making fun of you, you'd know it. It was good. But fighting with or without weapons is a skill. It needs to be learned and practiced, and you're not going to be perfect straight away, and that's all right. No, I don't think I will let go of your waist. I'm quite happy here. I have such easy access to your neck. We could get you a knife. Same theory as punching, just aim for the soft bits, and a knife doesn't need to be reloaded. I just worry that gunpowder is going to blow up in your face. Yes, well, I'm overprotective because I love you. Yeah, I do think we're going to see some trouble. Sooner or later. And maybe that's me being a pessimist, or maybe it's me being practical. It's hard to tell the difference. But it's better to expect the worst and then be pleasantly surprised should things go well. So, we'll just keep practicing throwing punches. Me? No, my brother taught me to fight when I was very small. I have 2 brothers. Theo, haven't spoken to him since I left home. Charlie, though, every now and again we cross paths. I'd get picked on by the other kids. I was always so small, so he taught me how to stand up for myself, which has come in handy. I don't want to talk about him. I want to undo your laces. What? Oh, okay. Sorry, we'll do something else. Oh, you do want to? Well, then why can't I undo your laces? Oh, because you're in charge. Is that so? Last time I checked, I was the captain around here. It's true, though. I am just a commoner, aren't I? Well, what would you have me do, madam? Oh, okay, alrighty. The trousers are coming off then. Oh, I'm to sit? Where am I to sit? On the windowsill, yes, m'lady. Where's all this coming from? No, I like it. It's been a long time since someone's told me what to do. No, I guess I'll make an exception for you. But I'm interested to know what you're going to do now that my trousers are off. Will you show me? You have gotten confident, haven't you? Oh, my shirt. That must go as well. Well, if you insist. Am I still not allowed to touch your laces? Can I touch other things? Oh, you're being very cruel. Can I at least look? Please. Where is your hand sneaking to, my lady? Huh? Ah. If you wanted to practice this as well, all you needed to do was say so. I think you like being in control. Maybe I like it too. Shit. Give me my clothes and stay here. Hello? Yes, I'm awake. What happened? Why are you crying? Don't cry. What's wrong? I remember meeting your fiancé. It was his ship that attacked. Oh, Gregory told you. You didn't go on deck, did you? Good. I ended up losing sight of him in all the chaos, but I was definitely taller than him. Yes, it's important. I don't think his crew were expecting the ferocity we fought back with. They have cannons, sure, but we have teeth. They didn't get below deck, did they? No? Good. I'm glad they ran away. With their tails between their legs, no doubt. So what if it was to get reinforcements? They're not the only ones with allies. I have friends in low places, you know. Why are you still crying? Don't cry. Come here. Ow. My head hurts. Oh, bandages. Fun. So that's why I can't see out of that eye. Did something hit me? A week. I've been asleep for a week. Huh. Something hit me hard then. My love, is there something you need to tell me? You're acting like I've died and I'm very much here. See? Not feeling my best, I'll admit, but... Oh, you thought I was going to die. Well, I haven't. You think I'd leave you here like that? No chance. So, under this bandage on my head then, I'm guessing there's going to be a scar. Not saying it's a bad thing, I've always fancied a fearsome scar. I'm a pirate, after all. It's gone, what's gone? Oh, my eye is gone. Huh, well, that would explain why it's a bit tender then. I guess I don't seem too upset, but... Well, there's no putting it back in, is there? And I've still got another eye. That's why we're born with two, you know, as a spare. It is a little funny. I'll ask Jimmy to make me an eye patch. He's good with leather work. I think it will look rather dashing. And who knows, maybe it will start a new craze, All the other captains will be wearing patches just for fashion. Years from now, eye patch and pirate will be one and the same. All because of me. Oh, you dream too small. I'm about to set a trend, you know. Were you hurt at all? Just frightened. Well, that's a sort of hurt, isn't it? Come here. Lay down with me. It does happen too often, doesn't it? Laying down with poor old injured me. But I'm here, and you're here. So all is well. Are you alright? You won't lose me. Do you think I'd fade away so easy? No. Never. And you stayed. I mean, you didn't give yourself up, because it would be something you'd do. Not to surrender, but to give yourself up so that you could protect me. Good, so you're learning. They would still come after me later. They like to pretend they have honor, but they don't. I know you wanted to fight too. But I'm glad you're safe. I'll give you more lessons when I'm up and about, I promise. Oh, you've been having lessons, have you? Marlin has taken you under his wing. No, I shouldn't have expected you to sit quietly while I was out cold. I'm impressed. What else have you been doing? Cleaning up the ship. Helping Gregory. You've been taking care of everyone, haven't you? That's what you do. Thank you. Well, you deserve a million thank yous. All of them. What have you been learning? You have your own dagger now. Well, I'll have to refrain from teasing you too badly then, won't I? I only have one eye left to spare now, after all. I'm joking. No, I really don't mind. There's nothing that can be done about it, so... Well, I always figured I'd be dead by now anyway, so... It's all a pleasant surprise that I'm still here, really, and being relatively intact is just a bonus. You know I'm a pessimist. I always have been. It's gotten me this far. Oh, trusting people would get me further, would it? Maybe. I trust a few people, though. I'm not that bad. I trust my crew. I trust you. I love you. To think that you hated me once. How sad. I thought it would be funny to tease you. To go to this fine lady and press her buttons. Imagine my surprise when you pressed back. It's like yesterday and forever ago. It's too hot in here. Can you help me get my shirt off? In bed with my woman with my shirt off, and it's all still thoroughly unromantic. I really must be feeling poorly. Oh, you'd take your dress off just for me? You don't have to, my love. though it's appreciated. It is hot in here. Winter is coming to an end, it seems. I'm so sleepy. Oh, so I'm basically a walking medicine cabinet. Well, that explains why I'm feeling rather pleasant despite the no eye thing. Just thinking. Do you want to know where I got my scars? I did say I would never talk about it, didn't I? But I seem to be doing a lot of things that I never thought I'd do. Maybe it's just because I'm drugged up, but I said I wouldn't marry a man, and my father didn't like that very much. Long story, a lot of fighting. He ended up slashing me with his dagger. Realised, whoops, that's a mistake. Didn't want to get tried for murder, so threw me in the cellar, thinking I would just die quietly down there. My brothers got me out. Told me to run off and not come back. Then it was the pirate's life for me. Well, one thing leads to another, and if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't be here with you now, would I? So it all turned out all right in the end. Your fiancé, however. Yes, we'll have to do something about him. But that's for later. I'm so tired. You'll stay if I fall asleep again, won't you? Good. Why, yes, I am in a fantastic mood. I told you because I have a plan. Oh, no, it's a brilliant one, but do you really expect anything less? Not right now, no. No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Oh, because then it wouldn't be a surprise. Come on. The boys will be waiting. Oh, they should be waiting for me. We'll see if they're actually doing what they're told. God knows what they've been getting up to. I'll probably have to rinse them down with soap before they're allowed back on the ship. Oh, ow. Yeah, I'm fine. I just didn't see the barrel there, is all. Hey, it's only been a couple of weeks. I'm still getting used to the whole one eye thing. It's a wonder I haven't broken a toe yet. It's fine, it really is. Both are fine. The toes and the plan are both wonderful. Because what if someone snatches you? I don't want you having the burden of that knowledge. The more you know, the more dangerous it is. Okay? Please stop asking, okay? Trust me. Come on. Hello, hello. Oh, isn't the eye patch great? Yeah, Jimmy made it for me. That boy's a wonder with leather work. No, I think it really brings out my jawline. Oh, you know, you steal one man's fiancé and he sends the Navy after you, takes an eye, tries to kill you. Well, we might have had a civil discussion about it all, but it turns out I'm taller than him and, well, his little ego just couldn't take it. And they say women are the dramatic ones. It's not my fault I'm better in bed. Yeah, well, you might not know that, but your wife certainly does. Anyways, we'll be over here. Alright, some of the boys are milling around. Good. Excellent. Have a seat. I'm half blind, but I can still be a gentleman. Yes, I can see the chair in the first place. Ha ha ha. So, what is it? Because you have the face on. The face that means you're not happy with me, but you grew up high class, and so instead of talking about it, you just make that face. Yes, it is unnerving. Because, like I said just before, the more information you know, the more likely you'll be used as collateral, and that isn't pleasant. My lady, the face is getting worse. It's really quite terrifying at this point. We can disagree on things. It's fine. When me and Gregory were in disagreement about the anchor situation, yes, there still was a lot of shouting and cursing, but we're pirates, and also he's Scottish, so what do you expect? The point is, he was right. We did need a new anchor. And, it pained me to cough up the money for one. But I did it. Because I'm happy to listen to reason. If you can show me why I'm wrong, then... Oh, I didn't even ask you for dinner and you bring it out to us. You do like me. Even after I slept with your wife. You are a sweetheart. Thank you. Did I really sleep with his wife? To be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure. There was rum involved. Yes, no, I know exactly how I am after drinking rum. That's my point. Anyways, he doesn't seem too upset either way, so I won't look a gift horse in the mouth, but, what was I saying? My love, tell me why I should let you in on my plan, and if you're right, then I will. When did I say you're always right? I had just lost an eye and was doped up on opium. That doesn't count. Well, can we have one argument at a time, please? I'm trying to protect you. No, I know you don't need protecting. Rationally, I know that. Not nowadays, anyway, but I've not really had something to protect before, so perhaps I'm a little overzealous about the whole thing. Yes, I trust you. Okay. Regardless of our personal stake in this fight between us and the Navy, I don't take kindly to them thinking that they can just blow in and do whatever the hell they want. And they've been able to do that for a long time now. They have the money, they have the prestige, and they have the numbers. Money and status is helpful, but what they depend on is the numbers. So I want numbers too. I'm going to build a navy of my own. A black armada, if you will. A stain on the seas. With more ships under my command will come more money. With more ships and more money will come more status. Until eventually the navy won't be able to overpower us anymore. Well, that's the tricky part. It's always been the seed of an idea in the back of my head, but after recent events, I'm going to start recruiting. Existing captains might not want to work under me, no, but young ones who haven't had a chance to climb up otherwise might. Young women who are told they can't set foot on a ship, let alone run one. I think people like that will be very interested in what I have to offer. Think of it like an apprentice. Blacksmiths have apprentices. All sorts of trades have trainees. Why can't I? Well, money for ships is the hardest part, which was maybe why I was so loath to buy a new anchor. But we can figure that out. We're pirates, after all. I'm sure we'll come across a less than legal way to get a hold of some new ships to spread about. I am always open to your suggestions. Yes, you are becoming a brilliant fighter. I've seen you training lately. You can certainly hold your own. Well, that is a very good point. There might be some other young noble women looking for a way out of their current situations. And they would have some gold to their names too. May I take this opportunity to apologise for not trusting you with this information? Because you are brilliant. Yes, I've learned my lesson. There's no need to be smug about it. And that's what the boys have been doing today, or what they were supposed to be doing. Putting out feelers, gauging interest. But you and I might need to go and put some feelers out elsewhere. And we might have to have a good long discussion about people you might know that we can contact. I'm sure some of your old friends would like to hear from you again. Very interesting. You're brilliant, and I love you. So, are you going to help me conquer the world? Good. Let's watch it burn. Well, good evening. I'm getting déjà vu. Looking at you. Out on deck, under the stars. Out here by yourself as if you're the only person in the whole world. It is a little bit different now, though, isn't it? Well, because you look happy. Thoughtful, but happy. Much less likely to throw a shoe or a fist at me or something. Oh, and I can't even be chivalrous and offer you my coat. You finally have one all your own. Hmm? Hmm. So, what are you up on deck for, all alone? What are you thinking about so hard? You are thinking about something. I know you too well now. I can see the little crease between your eyebrows. Yes, your thinking crease. Recruiting has been going slowly. Slowly but surely. We pirates are slippery things, after all, aren't we? But Gregory and I have been casting out our nets, and we've had a few nibbles. Word will spread soon enough, and hatred for the Navy is growing stronger by the day, so I really do think a fleet of our own will come together. It's just slow. And you know how impatient I can get. Also, that's what you've been out here thinking about. Then tell me your idea. I want to hear it. Well, maybe I won't like it, but what does that matter? We'll just come up with newer, better ideas. And how do you know I won't like it? Well, if you know I won't like it but still want to suggest it, then you must think it's a good idea. So I want to hear it. Because I love you. And I value you more than any treasure, any bounty. I love your stubbornness, the way your mind ticks over, thinking, always thinking. I love how calculated you've become, how strategic. So, tell me, why was I shouting when? This afternoon. Have you noticed how Marlon has been acting increasingly suspicious? No, I noticed that too, how he's not been taking off his coat. Not once. Well, apparently, the last time we were in port, he decided to buy himself a bird, and instead of just saying, "Hey, I bought a bird," he's been hiding it in his coat because he wanted to bond with it or something, I don't know. Anyway, now there's a screaming parrot on my ship that refuses to leave Marlon's shoulder because apparently the bonding worked. And the only reason I know about it is because Ezra kept hearing the bloody thing and thought he was having some sort of episode, and Gregory had to calm the poor boy down. This is my fearsome crew of pirates. Heaven help me. And you are changing the subject. I'll make you a deal. Whether I like this idea of yours or not, either way, once you've told me, I'll drag you below deck and we can have some fun. My lady, it's most definitely a reward for you. It's a reward for both of us. Well, I have plenty of ideas of my own I want to share. You know you want to. Well, you know I'm not going to let it go now. You've got me too curious, so wouldn't it be better to just spit it out? Go on. No, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. Well, we're attempting to assemble a fleet of pirate ships, so I'm not sure how asking my brothers to join in, either of them, would be particularly useful. Diversifying our options. Why must you always be on the mark? It's incredibly frustrating. I know, it's almost like you're a politician's daughter. No, I'm not mad. I'm not. Besides, you gave me more than fair warning that I wouldn't like the idea. And just because I don't like the idea of it doesn't mean that it's a bad plan. I just should have known better than to fall in love with someone so intelligent. No, that doesn't mean I'll go through with it. Well, because this here is much more fun right now. Just whispering sweet nothings into your ear. Maybe having a nibble or two at the same time. Don't throw my words back at me. So what if I'm changing the subject? Yes, it is alright when I do it. Because I'm the captain. That's why. Hey, I worked myself up to this station. I will use it at every opportunity I can. Well, it all involves going on to land, doesn't it? And not just to our beloved little pirate port either. Means going home. I don't even know if Charlie is still there. It's been years since I've seen him, and that was one glimpse of me across a dock before I hurried off. I did not run away. No, I was in a rush. For an important reason that I can't remember. And Theo. I haven't seen him since he helped me get out of Father's house when I was 15. It's been a lifetime since then. I don't know if I'd even recognise him if I crossed his path. If he'd recognise me. Well, there is the whole one eye thing now, isn't there? Charlie's a carpenter. A bloody good one, from what I remember. That might be useful in our adventures, I suppose. At the very least, he could help repair things on the ship. If he said yes. If. But Theo, well, the last I heard, he was a preacher, so it's not like we're desperate for one of those, right? So what's even the point of finding them? I have a family. This is my family, my chosen ones, my boys, Gregory, you. You are my family. What do I need to go chasing the past for? I don't need healing. No. Do I? Well, either way, what would finding my brothers do? Oh. Oh my God, why must you be so crafty, huh? You are. You've become downright villainous. Yes. Is that what you would like to hear? I suppose you are right that two men who were willing to sneak me out and allow me to go on the run, yes, they may certainly be inclined to go up against a navy. Again, Theo, I don't know, but Charlie. That certainly sounds like something he would do. Are you happy? Well, you do look very smug with yourself. Yes, you. You're a menace. You know that. Oh, now you want to come snuggling up to me, I did say I would drag you down below deck, didn't I? Now that you're done torturing me with your cleverness and guile. So now can I do bad things to you? Yes. That sounds much more entertaining. I don't want to. I don't want to do this. Don't look at me like that. Like that. Don't do it. Because it's making me all antsy. Well, I'm antsy now, so feel privileged, I guess, at being able to witness this once-in-a-lifetime event. Remind me why we're recruiting people on land for a naval force? Yes, well, landlubbers might be able to get on ships, but will they be willing to get on ships? Well, yes, I guess that is what we're asking today. Charlie being my brother doesn't mean all that much, you know. I think you're putting too much weight on that particular aspect. Yes, he did help me. Once. Years ago. A lifetime ago. How did you figure out which house is his, anyways? You're hilarious. You're secretly a wizard, huh? Fascinating. I never knew being a socialite was that insidious. They should have told me that part of it, and I might have been more willing to stick around. You seriously tracked down all these people just from knowing someone who knows someone and that thing you heard once at a dinner party? No, well, it does explain why you were poring over those maps. And it worked, though, so what can I say? It is a lovely house. He's done very well for himself. I know I'm not exactly jumping for joy right now, but I am glad for him. I have no idea if he has a wife or children. I told you the last time I actually spoke to him was when he busted me out of my father's basement. Didn't exactly keep in touch. In fact, you know more about him right now than I do. I don't know why you're so keen for our reunion. Oh, I certainly can keep stalling. For as long as I like. I can lean against this wall for days. Days on end. Well, watch me. Oh, don't you dare. Absolutely not. You're not going and knocking on the door yourself. Because well, you see that priest that just knocked on the door, that's my other brother, Theo. I didn't know he was still here, too. Did you know he was still here? Okay. Yeah, they do seem to still get along, huh? Well, do we wait for Theo to leave so that it's just Charlie there? I think we wait, don't you? Because he's a priest. I'm a literal pirate who steals stuff and sets things on fire and accidentally kidnaps fiancés of naval leaders. I can't really imagine that going down well with a man of the cloth. I will repeat again that it was a very, very long time ago. How am I to know how they'll react to me now, especially Theo? I think I might actually be sick. Is this what seasickness is like? Oh god, I'm never going to make fun of anyone for it ever again. Well, let's do a thought experiment, shall we? Imagine that we went and found your family. A sibling that you haven't seen for well over a decade, one who was in the exact opposite line of work that you were. You would feel entirely confident just strolling up and knocking on their door, would you? Hello. So nice to see you again. I am, in fact, alive. Surprising, I know. Don't mind the eye patch. It's fine. I don't even walk into things all that much anymore. You do adjust, don't you? Anyways, we're planning to engage in full-blown war with the Navy. Like the royal one, mostly because it's kill or be killed at this point. Oh, and also, let me introduce my wife. I know I'm not always the most optimistic person, my love, but I cannot see how this is going to go well. I really can't. What? What? Why are you looking at me like that? You've got to stop giving me cryptic looks, and I'll be honest, I can't really cope with them right now. Did I? I said that, huh? No, I did. I did call you my wife. Well, that just slipped right on out, didn't it? Well, would you want to be my wife? Like, we could do that if you wanted to, be wives. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. No, stop. No. Stop grinning. Stop grinning like that. Please. Is it a yes or not? I can't handle you right now. Of course I mean it. I didn't realise I meant it until now, this second, but I think that's because it just feels so natural, we're each other's. I'm yours and you're mine, and isn't that what it's all about? So, I don't know, is making it official really that big a deal? So is it a yes or not? Please, just put me out of my misery. Well, I guess we're getting married then. Let me be transparently clear. If you ask Theo to marry us, or any other priest for that matter, I will throw you overboard at the next opportunity and leave you behind. I swear to God. I mean, well, technically we wouldn't need a priest. The captain of a ship can perform marriages, and if the captain is the one getting married, then the first mate can take charge. Just saying. Are you kidding? Gregory is going to be so smug he'll be insufferable for months. And you? Are you happy? No one can see. Absolutely not. No, in no universe will I be wearing a dress, white or otherwise. Oh God, you're so pleased with yourself. Will you be wearing a white dress? I mean, it's up to you, isn't it? All I know is that afterwards you won't be wearing any clothes at all. And, yeah, you're not going to have much say in that part. No, I don't think so. Okay. It doesn't seem like Theo will be leaving anytime soon. So, should I just get it over with? Alright. So, how do I look? Good. Fearsome is good. Come on then. Let's go introduce you to my brothers. I've decided that this is my favourite spot. Right here. Indeed, this very one. On deck, at night, looking over the waves, the moon untouchable, and you. Without you, it wouldn't even come close to being my favourite spot. Oh, forget the moon, I want to look at you. The stars can all burn away, I don't care. I only have eyes for you. What? Aren't I allowed to be sentimental? Must we really talk business? Now. I'm not avoiding anything. You really think it went well? I suppose. There wasn't any shouting, no one threw anything, and no shots were fired, so technically speaking, it was a success. Wasn't exactly the warmest reunion in the world, though, was it? Yes, to be fair, though, I think saying my brothers were surprised to see me is the understatement of the century. Charlie nearly fell over. He can deny it all he wants, but I saw him wobble. And Theo... well, I don't think I've ever seen a man look so pale. It perfectly matched his priest's collar. Look, it didn't go terrible, but I don't know if I'd call our little family meeting a success, not in terms of whether they'd help us or not. Whether they'd help me, the jury still seems to be out on that one. In fact, I've still got an eye on the shoreline. Well, I only have an eye, don't I? But it's firmly trained on the shoreline, waiting to see if any officers of the law are rowing out to greet us. No, I don't think they actually would either, but old habits and all that. Can't ever be 100% sure, you know. It definitely would have gotten worse if you weren't there. It would have. Because I was just as tongue-tied as my brothers, and you, little miss, I was raised to be eloquent and charming. I think you saved the day. No, not at all. I don't mind that you spoke up and took charge. I rather liked it. Why should I mind? Yes, I am captain of this ship, but you're not my slave. You're not even my subordinate. I wouldn't even say you're my equal because you are so much better than I am. And you were right. Everything you said was right. I couldn't have convinced them better myself. Having a master carpenter on our payroll would be invaluable, and Theo, well, a man of the cloth has a lot of sway in society, doesn't he? I'd never really thought of how important a role like that might be. No, Theo didn't say anything bad, but he didn't say anything at all, did he? And Charlie asked so many questions, my God, but he never really answered whether he was going to say yes or not. I have no idea what he was actually thinking that whole time. I felt like I was 6 years old again, which is not the best feeling in the world. I'll admit, it was weird. The whole thing was weird. We were all being so polite, and I'm not polite, and here I was in a nice house in town, having a civil discussion with my brothers, and the whole thing was the most awkward experience of my life, and I mean, Gregory's seen me topless, so that's saying something. Oh dear, well, truly nothing can stop us now if we can survive that. What? Proud of me. For attempting to be civilized for 20 minutes, yes, what an achievement. You're the one who's achieved the impossible. Think back to our first meeting, my love. Oh, you spat and hissed like a feral cat. You did. You've been stubborn from the start. Oh, of course I poked and prodded you. That's what made it so entertaining. This pretty thing in her pretty clothes acting like she could tear my ship apart with a snap of her fingers. Oh, I'll admit I was naive because now I know that you really could tear it apart. If you set your mind to it. You might have felt scared, but let me assure you it never once showed. I think that's why the crew loved you from the start. I think I loved you from the start as well. I just didn't realise that's what it was. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not exactly in tune with my emotions a lot of the time. And you? Well, if we're on the subject, then when was the moment you loved me? No, I answered you. Was it when we spoke on deck for the first time? And I loaned you my coat? Oh, because I might not be good at analysing my own feelings, but these days I'm very good at reading yours. Well, you're turning pink, so that's a yes, then. My love, even by the moonlight, I can see you blushing. I never said I wasn't a menace. I still like to prod and poke after all. Otherwise, what's the fun of it all? I'm no longer afraid that I'll wake up one morning and find you gone. Oh yes, I've been terrified of it. That you'll grow bored of this adventure, or that you'll come to your senses and want to return to a life of leisure. Utterly terrified. Well, I'm telling you now. No. No, I'm not terrified anymore. I lost an eye, and you stayed by my side. What more proof do I need? No, I was never going to tire of you. Like I said, I loved you from the start. God, I'd been half joking about keeping an eye out for rowboats carrying officers. No. No, they're definitely coming for us. Well, that's right, I suppose. Officers aren't exactly subtle when they're coming for you, are they? Wait, let me have a look through my spyglass. It's dark, but I might be able to see who it is. No, it's not Charlie. It's Theo.